Assalamualaikum warahmatollahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Haira Hidayah with class ID number 1087. On this occasion, I will discuss the topic of the effect of tofu chicks and wheat flour substitution in crackers on hedonic quality and nutritional content. Hopefully, this presentation can provide useful information for all of us. Okay, first of all, I will present about the introduction of this research. As we know, the tofu industry produces waste in the form of tofu discs, which is divided into liquid and solid waste. This waste often causes unpleasant odors and becomes an environmental problems. However, this waste has great potential due to its high protein content. Protein-rich tofu discs can be utilized as flour for crackers raw materials. This not only increases the nutritional value of crackers, but also reduces dependence on imported wheat flour. Okay, next I will talk about materials and methods. The materials used to make these crackers are tofu disc flour, wheat flour, tapioca, salt, water, garlic, and cooking oil. The tofu disc flour used comes from Tofu Craftsman in Banyuwangi Regency. Okay, next I will explain the method section. If you look at the slide, we can see the scheme of the process of produce the tofu disc flour and process of produce cracker from tofu disc flour. The produce of tofu disc flour begins with pressing the tofu disc to reduce the water content. And next, steaming is carried at a temperature of 121 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes for sterilization. After that, the tofu discs are dried using an oven and dry tofu discs are produced. And then the dry tofu discs are milling to produce flour with a small particle size. The tofu disc flour is then sieved with an 80 until 100 sieve to uniform particle size. After that, tofu disc flour is obtained which has a uniform size. Okay, next, the tofu disc crackers begins with mixing all the ingredients with water. And then stir and molding with a thickness, and then steaming at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. After that, the crackers are cooled for 24 hours to harden the texture of the crackers. And next, cuttings and drying are carried out to extend the shelf life. And then the crackers are fried and the resulting tofu disc crackers are ready to be consumed. Okay, next, the analysis procedure in the study includes two main aspects, namely physical characteristic and chemical content. Testing of physical characteristic is carried out through hedonic taste, which includes an assessment of color, flavor, and texture. Meanwhile, for chemical content, testing is carried out on water content and protein content. The formulation of making these crackers with substitution of tofu disc flour in treatment 1 as much as 10% with 90% with flour, and treatment 2 tofu disc flour as much as 20% and with flour 80%, and then treatment 3 tofu disc flour 30% and with flour 70%, and control treatment 100% with flour. Okay, next. Okay, next is result and discussion. First, discussion about the carcinogens of tofu disc crackers. The treatment 2 obtained a high level of carcinogens of an average of 5.81 compared to other treatments. This carcinogens is related to water content. The more water evaporated during frying, the more air cavities will be formed so that the resulting product will be crispier. Okay, next, the second discussion about the color of tofu crackers. The color of tofu flour produced in this study was brown, and the treatment through which I use 20% tofu flour obtained the high level of color preference because the color of picture was not too brown and not too white. Okay, next. The third discussion is about the flavor of crackers. The high level of liking for the flavor of crackers was in the control this one. This is because tofu flour can cause a sour flavor so that consumer do not like it. Okay, next discussion is protein content. The more tofu flour added out, the higher the protein content. As we know, the tofu are processed soybeans that are rich in protein content. So that processed soybeans also have high protein. Okay, the last discussion is about water content. The higher the addition of tofu flour, the lower the water content. The water content in crackers of all treatment has been in accordance with Indonesian national standard, which states that the maximum water content in crackers is 11%. Okay, the conclusion that can be drawn from the study is the addition of tofu flour in making crackers affect the level of panelist preference, namely in parameter of crunchiness, color, and flavor, and the addition of tofu flour also affect the protein content and water content of crackers. Okay, next. This all of my presentation. Have you any question all? If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them now. Okay, I think there are no questions. I hope my presentation can be understanding. I'll say goodbye. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.